This is the Big Knick Energy Podcast.
And welcome to another edition of the Big Knick Energy Podcast. First off, check out our sponsors. We got a new one, Brothers Ravioli, who just opened a new location, 158-14, Cross Bay Boulevard in Howard Beach, Queens, New York, home of the big-ass sub. And check out our sponsor, Empire Original Designs, at jointheempire.com. The East Coast #1 challenge coin manufacturer, home of challenge coins, lapels, pins, patches, keychains, bottle openers, and more. Mention our podcast, Big Knick Energy, via email for 5% off purchases. Once again, that's at jointheempire.com. The deli is going to be fantastic, by the way. Make sure you go to the Brothers Ravioli. We love it. And Angie's going to love it. And we have the same haircut. And you're going to eat some big-ass subs. They got some chicken tenders inside, some mozzarella. You can throw a chicken parm on top of the chicken tenders. Throw some pasta inside the sub. You close it together. You eat that shit. It's on Instagram. Check it out. Burt, how you doing today, man? I'm your host, Joe Yoke. That's General Commander Burt, and I am hyped for the Knicks to be mediocre again.
I can feel how hyped you are, Joe, and I'm excited as well. Maybe not as excited as you. I'm a little nervous about Kemba Walker not playing. I'm a little nervous about what Thibodeau is going to do. I have the feeling he's going to be even more stubborn now because he's had a week to look at everybody's Twitter and everybody talking.
We have plenty of time to talk about all the negative.
Oh,
we got to win over the weekend, man.
Oh,
Obi Toppin.
I see. All right.
Beat Juan Toscano Anderson in a total repeat of the most thrilling NBA dunk contest of our lifetime, Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon in 2016. The same type of hype, the same type of dramatics. They were doing crazy stuff. I mean, no one really thought that. But Obi won, baby.
No,
that's what
I
matters.
Think that the first dunk Obi did was better than all the other guys' dunks that they did for the entire night. That left-handed behind the back dunking over someone, sick. Absolutely sick.
I think his problem was he made it too easy. He made it look too easy.
Maybe he didn't struggle at all. Like the second dunk, he didn't, like, he barely grazed the rim and got it in, but he still made it look pretty easy. That was his first attempt. So you're definitely right about that. He was maybe, just making
I think it's odd that they actually judge based on whether you slam at home or not. Because, like, if you, like, they do, like, between the legs behind the back while spinning and he barely got it in, like, that's still amazing.
It's still amazing. But it's a slam dunk, though. That's the whole idea. So you gotta take at least 1 or 2 points. I think I gave it a 9 instead of I would have gave it a 10 if he slammed it on that second dunk.
Oh yeah, for
easy
sure.
10. But I was giving him 10s all night, so I was trying to be a little unbiased. But of course I can't. I mean, it's Obi Toppin. The dude's an amazing dunker.
He is. And also, if you were giving him 10s all night, that means you were giving him more points than Thibodeau gives him minutes. So.
Ooh.
All right, and with that dig, let's get into the negativity.
Yeah, that's
all right. So we're benching Kemba
segue.
Walker apparently. I know you're about to get into that. Why do you feel like that's not going to be a good thing overall? Because I kind of feel like he's been washed for most of the year.
Yeah. Okay. No. I think the fact that he's benching himself is fine. I thought it was fine when Thibodeau benched him. He wasn't playing well. He didn't look conditioned. He wasn't, he would have one, maybe an all right night, and then the next night just be just a liability. And if he's not scoring, and that's the whole thing, when we brought him in, if he's not scoring, what is he in for? There's no point. So, because his defense is just that bad, and it's just gotten worse. So I'm like completely okay with him, missing out on the minutes and letting somebody else come in. So that's really what I'm worried about with Thibodeau is just what is he going to do? Because now
Rose I wanted to ask you, I'm going to pose the two-part question I love asking you. What do you want Thibodeau to do, and what do you think he's going to do?
Oh, God. Okay, so what do I want him to do? Oh, God. I can't. My basketball sense is
You're going to go bald before you actually get a good answer from him, though.
It's completely split right now between, you're right, what I want to happen, what I know is going to happen. So we know Burks is getting the minutes, right? We know Burks is getting those minutes as starting point guard. That's what he's already said, right? Without Derrick Rose, it's going to be Burks. So
I think he might start Burks when Rose comes back just because he insists on Rose coming off the bench.
Well, he already said in that presser too that Rose, Obi, IQ were a really good lineup that worked really well off the bench.
But
All
he
right,
said
so
with
yeah,
Burks, it was Burks, Rose, Obi, and IQ.
right. So but if he does what he says though and plays Burks as the point guard, I'm as a fan, I feel devastated. As someone who wants to see more trust in IQ, even through his slump, even through his bad play recently, we're not winning anyway right now. The way
And I
we're
know plus
playing,
minus doesn't really show the whole story almost
uh,
ever, but why is it that whenever IQ is out there, even when he's shooting poorly, his plus minus is better than most of the teams, including Alec Burks? I don't get how he doesn't see that.
some of it though for that plus minus is because of the minutes that IQ does get when he's not playing well. Like you said, if he's not shooting well, he's only
He
going to
pulls
play
immediately.
he is almost going to play almost like garbage time almost, where
Yeah.
he comes in at the end of the quarter to close out against the bench. He's going to come in the beginning of the fourth to start against the bench. And then he gets like maybe 8 points on inefficient shooting and his plus minus goes up. And oftentimes we see that bench unit with Obi Top and with IQ getting a little run. And then Burks comes in and then RJ and Randall come back. And then the other team starters come back. And that's what really, I think, kind of skews your plus minus worse than being able to trust it. So I see what you're saying though, Joe. And
Dude, there's even times when he shoots 1 for 10, but he actually has 6 assists. And it's like he's the only
yeah,
person on our team outside of
yeah.
Randall that can do that.
So that's kind of where I'm at too. It's like I like the production I get from IQ, even when on his bad nights, and even and Toppin as well, and Randall and a lot of our guys. I still think they deserve the minutes they're getting, and I'm not exactly looking for IQ to get 30 minutes a night. But if he starts and has that responsibility for the first 5 minutes of the game, I think that goes a really long way. And then two, that's getting him more run time, more time at the point guard, which is a really hard thing to learn, especially in practice when it's not game environment defense, when it's not, people really playing their hardest. It's guys how to beat. So you need to go against defenders who are going to play you honest and going to play you and make you work to get those points. And that's what IQ needs right now, because he's just not a point guard. He's not a point guard. His handle's not that good. And he makes questionable decisions at times. When he makes those long bomb threes, we love it, right? We want to see more of that. But when he gets a turnover late game, when he does a long three and misses it, it makes him look a lot worse. And I think that's why people, especially Thibodeau, are more trusting to the veterans. So, because Burks is not going to do that, right? Burks usually can hang on to the ball. He can usually make the right decision, and he can usually not make a crazy shot. So
the thing is, you
go with it.
And especially in crunch time, it's like when guys play closer to each other, you need more wow plays, right? Like, the article that I sent that was posted, like the LaMelo Ball, Nikola Jokic, Darius Garland passes that, like, when it's crunch time, there's 3-4 minutes left and guys aren't open. You need to pass them open, or you need to like find a way to throw a cross court pass around 4 bodies. And like IQ doesn't do that, or IQ tries to do that and fails.
Because he's too short. He's too short.
But Burks doesn't try it at all, and I think because Burks runs point guard at close and end of time crunch time games right now, until Rose comes back in the next couple days, hopefully, he doesn't try it at all, which means guys just get stuck doing ISO 1-on-1. So I just haven't been able to understand throughout the whole year why we've been forcing that down, why I've been doing it over and over again. It's literally like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's been broken the whole time, but you still just let it rock. Like, I just don't understand. I do want to ask you though, why has Deuce McBride not even been giving a fucking chance?
So I want to see him tonight. If we don't see him tonight against Miami, I don't know.
If he gets none of the Kemba minutes, he might not play the whole year, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why we're stashing a guy like that. And so Thibodeau said it in his recent presser, right? Oh, if you give a guy minutes, you got to take minutes from somebody else. So now Kemba's out. Rose is out.
There goes 24 minutes a game. I mean,
just for those two guys.
This goes into the question I wanted to ask you guys, actually. So
what's that, Vin?
Seeing Kemba bench twice this year, do you think that we're heading towards a buyout?
I actually don't think they're doing a buyout, because they would have done it when they said that he wasn't playing anymore. Obviously we're not a part of the conversations between Leon Rose and Kemba Walker's agent. And then
There
Tom
was
Thibodeau literally said yesterday that he wasn't even a part of it.
there
I
was a
think that Von
report.
Kemba would want to stay home, right? He's from the Bronx. Maybe he just wants to take the time to recover by his house.
There's a report out that Kemba doesn't want the buyout. So he's not going to play, and he's not going to get bought out. So I think it's what you said. I mean, I think he still wants
He's
to
from
be part of the
he's from the
team.
Bronx. He wants to be like a
Yeah.
part of New York basketball culture. I
Yeah.
feel
So
like.
it's just right now, maybe he's just not able to play. And I think, going into All-Star break with our record, the way we've been playing, it's like, it doesn't really matter if he plays or not, right? Like, it doesn't matter if he plays or not. So yeah, take the time off. Take the time off. And then this summer, if you're feeling better, let's go. Next season's another season. Like, there's no reason he can't be a solid role player, how Derrick Rose has been.
Yeah.
Limited minutes with a very specific role. And part of that role is helping the young guys get up to speed. And I love that because he is a phenomenal point guard.
I think if Kemba was able to average 8 points in 12 minutes a game,
At
and
least.
like 3 assists while he's out there, and like maybe do crunch time every once in a while, like every very, very once in a while, I think that's really useful to an NBA team right now.
Definitely.
It's just like, we can't have him out there for 30 minutes and get burned on defense 28 of the 30 minutes. That's why he's where he's at right now in his career.
100%, Joe.
It's just been rough. I just can't believe that Deuce McBride hasn't been able to take any of these minutes out of this. I don't understand.
But this is why too we're so giddy to see this guy, because he's been in the G League and he's been ripping it up. Like, he's been well above their level. So he is an NBA player, right? If he's doing that in the G League, he's an NBA player.
Speaking of G League and Westchester Knicks and stuff, did you see that Brandon Williams made his first NBA 3-pointer last night against the Warriors? Because the Trailblazers actually picked him up off the Westchester Knicks, and he was killing it for us. And they showed a graphic that had Steph Curry's career 3-pointers and Brandon Williams being at one. That was honestly the funniest thing that I saw last night in all basketball. That was so hilarious.
That graphic was circulating a little bit on Reddit this morning, so I did end up seeing it, but I didn't see it live though.
It was, I mean, he just made a 3 off of like a weird deflection of the ball, but it was like a hilarious graphic to see.
And
hey, on that topic, do you think that Taj 3-pointers are a part of the game plan now, or what?
No, they're gonna happen though.
He gets 2 corner threes a game to try. I mean, if he goes 0 for 2, 1 for 2, it's whatever.
But the way the game is, it's all drive and kick. You gotta, like, eventually, if you're driving and kicking, you're gonna work your way to the corner, and it's gonna be Obi Toppin, Randall, shoot. Mitch doesn't end up out there too often, but he ends up in the corner sometimes.
Yeah, Ben, I was saying this before you actually came on before when I was on with Burt. That Isaiah Stewart, who is the center for the Pistons and a big ass dude who is basically like Kenneth Faried, but a little bit taller. You would never imagine this dude taking a 3 for any reason. And if he was on a Tom Thibodeau team and took a 3, he would be benched immediately. Like, I'm like thinking in my head, like, if Isaiah Stewart can just take a 3 or 2 every 2 or 3 games, like, Mitchell Robinson should be able to take a 3. There are plenty of dudes that shoot like 50% from the line that manage to shoot 30% from 3. And while that's a terrible numbers, to take 1 or 2 every 3 games actually helps keep the defense that much more honest, just a little bit.
No, not even give him a chance to take a 3. Just give him an offensive play. Like, make a play for him that's not an alley-oop or offensive rebound.
I mean, we watched them take who was it off the dribble a couple weeks ago.
Come on, stop.
So we got one a year. All right, we got one.
Dude, he's big. He's big and lanky. I get it. He doesn't have a great handle, but like, if you're a big dribbling against another big, bigs aren't naturally known to cover. Like, don't get steals as a big because you're too big anyway. That's why you go for blocks.
No, the issue is not the other big guy. The issue is a guard coming over and stealing it, and him not picking the ball up and making the exit pass, out to a 3-point.
And Mitch is not going to be watching a guard.
There's no exit pass. He's trying to yam. What do you mean?
So that's what I mean. Get the ball as close to the basket as possible.
There are 110 possessions in a game, give or take. Yeah. I just want to see some more creativity every 5 of them. I'm not asking for shit. I'm not asking for Mitch to drive 20 times a game. But if we can get like a random Mitch drive once a game, if we can get some like Julius Randle being the pick guy in a pick and roll and actually set a pick once a game. There's just
Amari Stoudemire mid-rangers. Remember how beautiful those were?
Yeah, but they're not efficient though. I mean, all right. I guess there's some.
We're not DeMar DeRozan out here.
Right. There's some credence to it to say that a lot of the championship teams over the last 10 years do have a solid mid game, and it can be utilized, even though it's not the most efficient thing. But at the end of the day, you want efficiency. And Mitchell Robinson, like, I want him to be as efficient as possible because his defense is what we need him there for, not his offense. I mean, it's nice to have 15 points from him one night, and I think he has the capability to do that. But if Randall's going off with 40, it's like you need 15 from Mitch as well. It's like, is it worth giving him those 3-pointers, or is it
but
better
when
to have
Randall,
an actual shooter shoot them?
but when Randall's going to take 28 shots and make less than half of them on a given
well,
night,
that's the thing. If your main guys are inefficient as well, I mean, there's no reason why you can't have Mitch shooting threes, because at that point it's all the same. You might as well at least try it.
Right.
But
I'm just saying, like, guys that are wide open take an open shot here and there. I'm not trying to say let's Mitch fucking shoot with a hand in his
listen,
face.
if it's another threat, and if he goes out to the 3-point line and people have to cover him, that opens up a big spot for Randall to go to. That's a big spot for RJ to go to. So I don't think it should be out of question. And you're right. I mean, if he can shoot them in practice, why can't he shoot them in games?
Just try once in a while. I'm not saying to do it all the time. I did want to bring up, though, because about the whole Mitch thing. And like I know we've all been seeing it. The DeMar DeRozan could have been a Knick, blah, blah, blah thing that's been going around Twitter since the All-Star break. DeMar DeRozan, his number's been going down the past couple of years prior to this year. 2 years ago, he had a good shooting year. Last year was a terrible shooting year. He went from like 24 on average, like 5-6 years ago, down to like 21, and his efficiencies were getting worse and worse. Also, and it never gets mentioned because he's now a mid-range assassin. He literally leads the league in field goals and 2-pointers made. His 3-point average has gone up over 9% from last year to this year. Last year he was shooting 25.7%. This year he's shooting 35.3% from 3. And that's a result of two things. One, being in a system and being with a team that has other scorers like him, Levine, and Vooch being out there most of the time he's playing. All three of those dudes can spread the floor. All three of those dudes are major offensive threats. Any of them can get 30 points in a game. Vooch can get 30 and 10. Levine can get 30, 15, and 10. DeMar can get 25, 15, and 10. Like, they're all just capable of a triple-double. It's great offense right there. The reason why I bring it up and that DeMar would not be doing this on this team is because our 5 does not shoot threes. So, therefore, that spacing that he looks for in the elbow game, the high pick and roll shit, that does not exist on this team. DeMar DeRozan is not averaging 27 points on 52% shooting on this team. I can guarantee you that. So the fact that that's going around Twitter is driving me nuts right now.
Yeah, people love the what ifs, they love looking back with hindsight and saying, oh, we could have had Halliburton, we could have had Miles McBride, we could have had, DeMar DeRozan. And it's just, to me, it's like, I don't.
And then we have Miles McBride and we don't play him. So
yeah, but it's like, you can't, I don't know. You can't get so wrapped up with, oh, we should have done this and I wish we'd done that, because at the end of the day, like, I wish we drafted LeBron and Curry. Like, okay, like that's just, there's no point to me. And you're right. When you can't just plug and play DeMar DeRozan into what we have right now. It's just not going to work. If we had the spacing right now that the Chicago Bulls have, we would actually be able to get those numbers from Randall, because he is that type of a basketball player. But again, we struggle with spacing. We struggle with ball movement.
We have no point guard.
Yeah, exactly. The very things Chicago has right now, Alex Caruso and Lonzo Ball, is exactly what we kind of are missing. Taller guys who can handle the ball, make the play, make a 3-pointer once in a while, and a fast pace. And it's just like, sometimes we just.
I still think I wish Lonzo Ball was on this team more than almost anyone else. The passing would have been so drama, useful.
Though. I didn't want all that drama.
Dude,
though.
I mean, now that you've watched Lonzo and LaMelo both play in the league, and their dad has toned it down drastically. Like, Lonzo got drafted and then he was an asshole, whatever. But LaMelo, he doesn't say shit about.
That's because LaMelo is in Charlotte, and there's no
Michael Jordan would beat that dude's ass.
Exactly. for the Chicago connection too. So MJ's just like, don't say shit. Don't say anything to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of your sons unless you cross me. So I think if he was in New York with James Dolan as an owner, he would be mouthing off, and he would be going to film
First Take and NBA TV every day.
Yeah, he'd be going to Stephen A. Tell me about your son. What's going on? He'd be like, my son is the greatest. And then they go and lose, and we get all the sound bites, and everybody, memes it or whatever. And
I don't know, man. He's also, isn't he a high school coach? He probably chills more now. I think he just got the excitement out.
I'm going to say, is like one of the content curators for this brand. Having him would be a gold mine.
I mean, yeah, okay,
I love
fine.
it. I would love it personally.
I don't know, man. I don't think
I mean,
they're-
Ukraine is also a coal mining gold mine, but you don't see people saying Russia should have invaded it. But I mean, money's money, you know? I love bringing up shit that just makes Burt go, oh, damn, why'd you say political stuff?
For the record, not cutting that out. And listeners, back to basketball.
Break. All right. Yeah, no, I wish we had Alonzo Ball.
their
DeMar DeRozan also would have
on-court
been cool,
their
but
on-court production does not merit the off-court drama nonsense that I think he's capable of. Even though I haven't seen it, I think he's clearly shown he's capable of doing some wild stuff. The shoes that like never got delivered. Or
I know
whatever
this
was
is
going on
wild
with
to
that.
say about a guy that's almost 60 years old, but maybe he matured.
Maybe, or maybe Michael Jordan leaned on him and told him stop talking because I just drafted
Maybe
your
that
son.
too. Maybe he
Yeah.
lost $15,000 a hole in golf to Jordan and was like, "I'll give you all your money back if you shut the fuck up." Either
Do the
way,
Balls kids have the same agent?
I don't know.
why
That's
would we
something
know
worth
that? I
looking
don't
into.
know.
Maybe it's just a really good agent. He's like, listen, guy, your kids are worth millions. Shut your fucking mouth.
Aren't they part of Clutch?
Well,
Aren't
they
part
were
of the Clutch Sports?
they were trying not to get sued over those shoes too, not delivering the shoes. So I think that was part of it.
I mean, I ordered Big Baller Brand shoes 3 years ago. I still haven't gotten them, and I paid like $1,000. So I don't know.
size 12, you're gonna be out of luck. So
Yeah. No, I'm a size 10 and a half. It's the most commonly male size shoe in the world. So I would never get those shoes.
never.
They're just
Man.
not
So,
even-
and thank God we're not getting either of the balls. I didn't want them. I was more of a Kyle Lowry fan.
You're wild, man. I would love LaMelo Ball on our team.
Then he went
Lonzo's
to-
whatever. LaMelo Ball is the best.
I wanted Kyle Lowry before the season started. I thought he could be a really
Same.
good veteran presence, exactly what we're getting from Derrick and from Kemba, but with more minutes and actually playing defense. So I was really, really with Kyle Lowry, but now we got nobody. So I don't know.
We have nobody. Hey, we have Evan Fournier who gets
All right.
points and then
Listen,
gives up
I know you're a
points.
big Fournier fan, though, so I'm really glad that you brought it because he has been playing.
He's been
really
playing well.
well.
He's been our
He's been
second or
playing
third. He's been
well,
better
and
second best player.
I like Fournier. Whatever.
Evan Fournier literally is just back in Orlando. He's like, I'm good and we still suck. I don't get it. Like, dude, you shouldn't be one of the best players on the team. You should be the 5th best player on a team that is
Nah,
good.
he could be
You're
third.
the third. Can he? No, Julius
could be
Randle could be
third.
second or third on a great team.
Randall, RJ, Fournier. If they're both getting 25 plus a night,
Dude, the Knicks' problem is that their players 1 through 10 are almost the same skill level.
well, yeah.
That's
that's
why we're
everybody's-
average. That's
That's
how you
everybody's
beat
problem.
mediocre. It's not everyone's problem.
That's everyone's problem. Yeah, you need 5 guys who are elite. I mean, you need 5 guys who are.
You need
elite.
like 2 guys that are elite. The NBA is actually, I feel like, in a downswing now since the Warrior super
Nah,
team broke up.
It's worse.
Dude, most teams have 2 great guys. Most teams have 2 great guys again. It's not the
Look
3
at-
anymore. The big 3 is kind of dead.
Look at Miami, for instance. We're playing them tonight. Kyle Lowry,
Butler,
Jimmy
Adebayo.
Butler, Adebayo. I think
Dude, Lowry
Duncan
is not like
Robinson-
great anymore. Duncan
Is
Robinson's
Robinson-
a good, great
is Rob-
shooter, but
Is
not
Robinson
like a,
shooting? Is Robinson shooting above average right now or no?
Didn't he start the year cold? I think he's back over
Yeah,
40%
he
from
did.
the 3,
He
but he
did.
started out pretty cold. But either way, like you just said, the 3 best players are Lowry, Bam, and Butler, right? Butler
yeah.
actually is like a top 10 player in the NBA. Bam and Lowry aren't.
No, I mean they're not, but
They're
still
both
good.
top 50.
You wouldn't call them elite though? Is elite too much of a give?
I think I try to save elite for what I imagine is the top 10 in the NBA.
Top 10.
Top 10 players are
I
elite.
say like
at that
I
moment.
say superstar top 10. Superstar.
I mean, but dude, like think of it this way: 30 people make the All-Star team. Are 30 people elite? No.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you think they're elite, or I mean, we're just going into semantics about what words mean right now.
Yeah, okay. So listen, like Utah, same thing. Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell. When they had Joe Ingles, when Joe Ingles was playing, I thought he was elite. As
Yeah,
a
your
shooter,
version of
even-
elite versus what I
But,
mean
like,
as elite.
Yeah, because I think
You
I
can have a
think-
phenomenal skill, but no one
that's my
major skill
thing.
doesn't
You can-
make you.
And that's the thing. I think one skill can make you an elite player. And if that skill is being tall and getting rebounds, you can be an elite player. It's just, you have to find a role where that fits.
No, I try to use the word elite as you're one of the 10 best players in the NBA. Elite,
Yeah, see,
the
that's
best
like
is the best.
superstar. Like that's
Yeah.
superstar for me is to say Kevin Durant's a superstar, right? That dude's 7
You know what it is? I
foot.
don't even use superstar as like a vocab word. Just
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
even. Yeah.
Oh.
So think of when I say elite, I mean your superstar.
Okay, all right. Eh,
Let's get into the treacherous lineup we have ahead. You want me to rattle off all these games to you? Because you're way more optimistic than me.
Miami, Philly.
It gets worse even.
I think we got Golden State. Golden State. Yeah,
No.
read it.
Here, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll go 9 games because the ninth game is at Brooklyn. Last time we played Brooklyn we played Brooklyn 2 more times. Jesus, play them forever. Versus home against Miami tonight.
Win. Easy win.
L. Okay.
Win.
Versus Philadelphia Sunday.
Win.
It's a matinee game. It's a matinee game at home.
Oh, that's a loss.
We've been doing terrible at those. All right.
Sorry, y'all. That's a loss.
I also think it's a loss. Wednesday, we're at Philly.
That's a win.
I'm saying 0-3. Next Friday, we're at Phoenix.
That's a win. Yeah. Take it.
Your optimism is astounding.
I like our odds. I like it. Quentin Grimes is gonna lock up Chris Paul.
Did you see how much
Chris Paul's
stress
not
you
playing.
just put Joey through when you gave him that answer?
Chris Paul is out for like 3-4 weeks. What do you mean?
Oh, his finger, right?
Yeah.
So you're definitely winning then. See?
Devin Booker's gonna get fucking.
Oh, you're
50
right,
on us.
Devin Booker.
Did you forget? I forgot about the guy that made the finals last year.
Listen,
So
Burt
crazy.
was on All-Star break too, man. Give him.
Yo, still a win though. I don't care.
All right,
Devin
here
Booker,
I got our first 2 wins out of this lineup at the Clippers and then at Sacramento. It's back to back though. It's kind of
win. Easy. Yeah, those are easy wins.
okay. I'm saying we're 2
I
and 4. You're
can't
saying
stop
we're
laughing.
5-1.
5-1. That's right.
You gotta love Burt.
You gotta love, but at Dallas,
Wait,
Oh,
who was
that's
the,
a
wait,
win.
wait. Who was the loss you gave us?
Philly at home matinee game.
Oh, so we beat them once. We're back to back with them.
We beat them the second
Yeah.
game. That's my prediction.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
at
spicy.
Dallas, you're saying win. I'll actually say
yeah.
we've actually had success against Dallas. I can say
Yeah,
we're
they're
3 and
garbage,
4.
bro. They only have what do they have? Luca? Come on.
We're 3 and
Garbage.
4.
Garbage.
At Memphis.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Edwards did not get hurt last night, huh? I saw he got hurt, but he came back, huh?
Came back in the 4th. Yeah.
That's probably a loss.
Also, that's
probably-
Minnesota, not Memphis.
Oh, wait, what?
Anthony
I'm-
Edwards. It was. Oh, you mean John Morant? John Morant got
Oh.
hurt and came back. Yeah.
Excuse me. So wait. Oh god, what am I confused about then? I'm putting John Morant is on Memphis, right?
You just combined John Morant and Anthony Edwards into one
Oh.
person, and then Memphis and Minnesota, who both start with M, into one.
That's
team.
why. See, yikes, terrible.
Small market teams, not important.
For real. That's what it is. Flyover country. Wait. So Memphis, John Morant.
I just want to point out that
loss.
Phil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these games in a row are on the road.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't road, home, it doesn't matter. I mean,
We
got
play
Knicks
way
fans
better on the
everywhere.
road. We play way better on the road.
Yeah, there's
They're way
Knicks fans
less-
everywhere.
That's
Knicks
true.
fans
Also, they're way less mean when you go to see them elsewhere.
Apparently.
Yeah. No, I could.
So
attest to
Memphis, probably a loss. Probably a loss.
Is that your second loss you have out of this home? This stretch?
Yeah, that's my second loss. Philly,
Okay.
Philly matinee game in Memphis. So
I'm saying we're losing to Memphis. I'm saying we're beating Brooklyn. So I have us going 3-6, and you have us going.
and you call me a homer. You
8
call
and 2.
me a homer, and you're gonna say we're gonna beat Brooklyn. All right.
If Kevin
All right.
Durant's not playing still and Kyrie Irving
I
can't play
agree.
yet,
We're
And
beating
Ben
Brooklyn.
Simmons.
Ben Simmons hasn't
Yeah,
played
we'll
in
beat
years.
them.
It's gonna take him a
Yo,
while to-
speaking did you watch the game last night? The Boston Nets game?
No, I told you I was watching the Cavaliers Pistons, and I went to college.
It was a wet toilet paper convention. The defense for
Most
the
college
Nets,
basketball is like that too.
non-existent. Defense was non-existent. I would be worried if I was a Nets fan because that is atrocious.
Well, the Nets' whole thing was that they were meant to outscore everyone with
Yeah,
Kyrie,
but
KD, and Harden, and now it's going to be Kyrie, KD, and Ben Simmons, who is way better on defense, but they still have to
But-
fucking play.
they have to play, right? I'm not with it. So yeah, you're right. So what'd you say? What'd you say?
3-6.
Oh geez. And what did I
I think
say?
you said 7-2.
7-2. I like mine better actually. So
I want you to be right. Don't get it twisted. I want
wanna
you
be
to
right
be
too.
so right, and I want to be so wrong.
you know what they say? You gotta manifest.
Yeah.
Manifest.
That's
So
why I
Miami-
keep manifesting my FanDuel parlays. Now I'll try to
That's it.
manifest the Knicks winning or losing.
That's
I've had
it.
success betting against my favorite college basketball team twice in a row, so it's pretty sad that I have to do that. But
That is
most
sad.
teams I cheer for suck, so like, it is what it is.
So what do you think? So Miami tonight, you think that's a loss?
Big L. We lose to Miami all the time.
So we're overdue for
Miami has a better version of our team. Bam is better than Mitch. Butler's better than RJ.
Stop. I'm gonna watch it live tonight. I don't need to.
We all are.
I don't need to get a pre-game misery session going.
Spoelstra's better than Thibodeau.
No, stop. Hey. I wouldn't even say that. Get me out of here.
You would. Don't
give Thibodeau, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh in their primes, and I'll show you a championship team. Get out of here.
Spoelstra brought the fucking team to the finals 2 years ago with Jimmy Butler as his best player and then Bam half playing. That's impressive. That's an impressive coaching job. He runs a great motion option.
Wasn't that the bubble? Get out of here.
Runs a great motion offense.
All right, motion offense is like the very basics. Like
just say that, but we don't move.
We don't run we run a read and react offense.
We run a ISO, give the ball to Randall and hope for the best offense. I can't wait for Derrick Rose to come back. That's the offense we run.
Yeah.
We run the I hope Derrick Rose comes back before we're eliminated from playoff contention offense.
That's exactly right. Boy, I hope his knees can take it.
Yeah. Oh God, if he fucking plays the next 2 games and the first game back, he plays over 35 minutes. I'm gonna fucking
40 minutes.
Nuts.
Oh shoot, Joe. All right.
East Coast #1 challenge coin manufacturer, home of challenge coins, lapels, pins, patches, keychains, bottle openers, and more. Mention our podcast, Big Nick Energy, via email for 5% off purchases. Once again, that's at jointheempire.com. Also, check out Brothers Ravioli. They just opened a brand new spot. It's in Howard Beach still. The new one's at 158-14 Cross Bay Boulevard in Queens, New York. Home of the big ass subs. Big ass subs. Chicken parm subs. They got all subs. Burt, you also are working on some new stuff. What are you working on?
Yep, I'm Big Nick Burt. You can see me on YouTube at Big Nick Burt, or I'm on Reddit, General Commander Burt, and Twitter and Instagram, Big Nick Burt. I am working on a historical fiction piece right now, going back to MSG all the way up into modern times. It's going to be a weird retelling of Walt Clyde Frazier and Walter Zerbiak. So that's going to be coming out early March. And otherwise, I just update, every other day. Sometimes I do pregame, postgame. Me and my wife just did a dunk contest live stream where we were rating it. Most things Knicks, that's all I'm about. So check me out there. Big Nick Burt.
Burr has a fan in Monica McNutt, and he'll have a fan in you too. So check out that shit. Let's go Knicks. Don't lose every game. Peace.
Yes.